Rebecca Cook, and we're going to talk about how we can use the reformer to stretch out our hip flexors, particularly our psoas major muscle. One of my favorite exercises on the reformer is called Eve's Lunge. And to set up, some people like to have the foot bar down at an angle in this position. I find with a lot of people, it's much easier if you have something that is a little closer to the body. So sometimes I like to put the reformer bar up into the very upright position. Now I have an Alina Cadillac reformer combo, and so I have the pole to hold on to as well, which my clients love. Especially if someone's a little bit taller, it's nice to have that closer. Also, if their hip flexors are tighter, they're gonna want that bar to be a little closer to their bodies. I also, because my reformer is a little higher, I also have moon boxes on the side to step up to, or else when I put my leg up here, I'm really hiked up in the hip. I need to be able to have my hips nice and level on this reformer. You may also, if you have someone who has bad knees, need to put a towel underneath their kneecap. I know some studio reformers don't have very good cushioning. My Alina is pretty good. It feels good on my kneecap. So the placement, you want to place your foot against the shoulder rest, your knee on the carriage itself. I'm on one red spring. That is good for Alina reformers, balanced body reformers, and such. And I want to get in as much of an upright position as possible. So we want to do like a little bit of a posterior tilt if we're anteriorly tilted. So we feel this stretch here. What I'm going to do is bend my right knee as I push back with the carriage to sink my body down. That's going to naturally bring me into extension. Now when I'm in this position, I don't want to be posteriorly tilting. I want to allow that extension of the hip joint and of the lower lumbar to allow my leg to go back. When I come up and back in about here is where I can start giving myself a little bit of a posterior tilt, and I'm going to feel it in the front there. I might even get a little bit of residual stretch in my quad. Again, I'm coming back, bending that front knee. Some people can get all the way down to a right angle in this leg. And then I'm coming up, I'm lifting my sternum up and out. And I lower down, inhale and exhale. And again, inhale. When I come up, I'm pressing through my front foot, through that front heel to lift up, 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 up. You can play with the spring that you use. Sometimes I'll put a blue on and I'll try to put my hands on my hips, and it works a little bit more stability in your entire body. But I love this one, my clients love this. You will sometimes see people who have very tight hip flexors bending forward because it's just too much yet for their bodies. Be careful that we're not trying to get them into the ideal position right away, because sometimes lifting them up into the ideal position is going to like aid in compressing their vertebra and their low back. So you just have to be real careful. They might be here, and so maybe you get them to come up a little bit, and that's good. As that starts lifting up, they're gonna slowly, session after session, get more and more upright in that exercise. It might take weeks, it might take months, it could take a year or two, but you will see improvement in their posture and their hip flexor flexibility. So join me next time for another hip flexor release exercise.